Hello. Today I'm going to take you through the process of installing shelving onto steel framed walls. This is a very simple process, and it's very similar to installing shelving onto timber framed walls. When fixing into stud walls, it's always better that the fixing goes into the stud itself rather than only into the plasterboard. Now, it's quite easy to find out where the steel studs are in walls, and they can be done in one of two ways. One is using a stud finder, the other way is using a magnet. Now, this can be done in the following way. So using a stud finder, put it on the wall, then run it along the wall, and then when it lights up, it's indicating the location of the stud. Alternatively, another way to do it is just with a simple magnet. So again, by running the magnet over the wall, it will eventually pick up the location of the stud. The magnet stays there, and that's the location of the stud. The studs are running vertically up and down through the wall, so that you know that the studs are the studs will be going from above where the magnet is to well below the location of the magnet. So studs are spaced at standard centres, and these are either 450 millimetres or 600 millimetres. That distance may vary slightly from system to system or depending on how your house is designed, but that's a rough rule of thumb as to how far apart the studs are and where the next stud. So next I'm going to fasten the bracket into the wall. I'm going to use special fasteners. These are readily available from your local hardware store, and the key thing about these fasteners is that they've got a self-tapping head suitable for steel studs at the tip. Now, a needle point screw might be used for thinner studs, from generally 0.55 studs, but given that you may not know what the thickness of the stud is, I'd always recommend that you use a fastener with a self-tapping head suitable for steel frames. I'm using a 30 millimeter long fastener, so that means there's enough room for it to go through 10 to 15 millimeters of plasterboard, and then still have at least 10 or 15 millimeters embedded into the stud. And it's still not going to hit any wiring or plumbing that's running through the service holes in the studs. So the next step is, with a normal screw gun, I'm going to put the screw into the wall. Going through the plasterboard. Then it bites into the stud. There you have it. So I've got a very, very strong fixing there, and then I can put the rest of my screws in, fixing into as many studs as I possibly can.